Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Phrancko Sweater Knitters meeting. Anyone who has knitted a sweater, Phrancko sweater, or is interested in knitting one is welcome to join the meeting anytime. We meet at 2:30 Pacific time every Saturday. The link to the meeting is available in various locations on my Ravelry forum page, on the website phrancko.com once you sign up and log in. And on the website, you can generate a pattern that is custom fit to your size using the yarn and needles with the gauge that it provides. Hello, Judith.
Hello, Frank.
Hi, Sumner.
Hey.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Kathy.
I was muted. Hi.
Hi. Hi, Serena.
Hello.
Hi, Ronna.
Hi, Frank. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mary.
Hello today to you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's a beautiful day here, but I have been seeing videos of tornadoes and all across the middle section of the country. Looks like,
Yeah, they're coming our way.
yeah.
We're gonna have
How do you like my
warnings
sheep farm?
in Massachusetts? Oh, isn't that fun? Where'd you get them?
This is a background photograph that Franklin Habit sent out to his Patreon subscribers.
Oh, that's fun.
So I just
I
thought I'd
love
use it
him.
as my background today.
Yeah, he's so fun.
I want to go
They're not
back and
moving
pet
much,
those
your
sheep.
sheep.
Oh, hi, Cindy.
Hi, Frank.
So what's
So
everyone?
when you go to Paris, or do you know Franklin?
I haven't been to Paris since he's lived there. We have
Oh.
met and chatted, and he knitted one of my sweaters. So he knows
Yeah.
of me. I don't know if, I would love to get to know him better. I think he's a wonderful person.
Yeah, he's really nice. And yeah, he did a beautiful Franco. My goodness.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was like a master class in Franco. That was something.
In the early times, he used to come to the meeting.
Oh,
Oh, did he?
Do you remember that?
No.
He came to this meeting?
Yeah,
I don't remember that he did.
I
I
don't
thought he did.
think I remember.
I don't remember it.
Must be me. Maybe I saw him on an interview just talking about the Franco. He was really
Oh.
excited.
Yeah, he did a whole series on the Phrancko sweater. It was
Yep.
really a master class, and it was something
Yeah.
else. He did
Yeah.
a very
Well,
good job.
I thought he did two different ones, two
We
different Francos. So he
started the
did one.
second one, and then he never mentioned it again. So I wondered if he
He did the
redid it.
first one, and then I think he did one that he wanted it to be more tailored, fitted.
Yeah, he did say he added some body shaping to even to his first.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was just honored that he did that, and
Yeah, and so talented.
he is really talented and very popular. But if I ever do go to Paris again, I'll certainly look him up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he looked so much happier in Paris than he did in Chicago.
Yeah,
But how do you not be? It's Paris.
really, yes.
I mean, after you get over paying rent, but after that, sure.
I watched last week's video. I wasn't able to attend, but
Uh-huh.
Frank, I love your hoodie.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It was so cute. And the kangaroo pocket is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the way both the hood and the pocket turned out.
I can't wait to get my hands on the pattern.
So I'm reworking the first one. This is the blue one. And
Okay.
when I first did this hood, it was massive and it came down over my face like this. And, so I ripped out the hood all the way back to the neckline and I'm redoing it. So I will have 2 hoodies when we get it all said and done.
Yeah, but don't you have to give one to your model?
Well, I didn't mean I would keep them. I'll end up having none.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Alonzo might get one if he's really sweet to me. And since Andrew is always really sweet to me, my husband will definitely get one. And,
Yeah. How many sweaters have I made that they're not in the house? They walk out the door with
Yes.
my friends and family, and it's what happens. My sister-in-law, every pair of socks, she literally went through my sock drawer. Oh, yeah.
Your 1,800 pairs of socks.
Oh, ridiculous. I have made that girl more socks than you could shake a stick at.
Mm.
And I'm kind of like stuck on socks. Because I've just been, I don't know, I've just been kind of enjoying it. And then I'll get back to my Phrancko cardigan. Hopefully this week. Of course, my hot yoga got in the way.
You went again.
I went
Oh.
back. I went back for the torture.
Blimey.
Okay, as you see, I'm back home again.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, yeah.
No longer hanging out with the sheep.
That's right.
Love the sheep farm. So much fun. Yeah, it's April Fool's Day, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it. We got here.
yes.
My husband got caught by one this morning on Facebook. We follow the Formula One, and there was one on Facebook which said Lewis Hamilton was retiring.
Oh.
And he fell for that one for about 15 minutes until I said it's April the 1st. And he said, oh, damn.
Oh, yeah, yes. That's funny.
Uh,
That's very funny.
yeah.
So what are you all working on now?
I'm learning to crochet,
Mm.
so I have not much to show, just the beginning.
A string.
Yeah, with lots of markers because the count would not work. I need to have 98 stitches,
Uh-huh.
and then do something, some kind of reduction, decreases. And I had to do it again and again. So I took the markers out and
Was your count wrong or what happened?
completely 1 off, 2 off.
Oh, no.
I have to read the crochet patterns really carefully to
Ah,
see whether they're in UK terms
yes,
or US terms.
right.
So
Oh.
there's different names for the same stitches.
Exactly.
Yes, it can get very confusing. Very confusing.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
Yeah.
my pattern is from UK. It's a Rowan pattern, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So I have one of those little conversion charts which I've printed out, which has got the different names of the stitches. So,
Give us an
Yeah.
example of two different names for one stitch.
well, no, it's the same name but two different stitches. So a double crochet
Oh,
in UK terms is different to a double crochet in US terms.
oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
more confusing
No,
than I thought.
A treble in UK is a double crochet in the US.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
A double crochet in the UK is a single crochet in the US.
yes.
The others I don't remember. I don't know half double crochet in US. I don't know the equivalent in UK.
Okay.
But yeah,
what
Yeah.
is a US single crochet called in English, British?
It's just a let's find my little chart. Just hold on a minute. I have to look into
We're-
time because I cannot remember.
no.
Yeah, I'd have to retype the whole thing.
Yeah, so a single crochet in US is a double crochet in UK,
Oh,
and there
right.
isn't such a thing as a single crochet in UK.
Oh,
No.
oh, I see.
And then so the half double in US is a half treble in UK.
That makes sense. Well, almost makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the lesson here is if you're going to crochet a pattern, you need to know where it's from, and you need to go online and get some sort of translating document like you're using.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Most of them are really good. Most of them say right at the front of the pattern, whether they're using UK terms or US terms.
Oh,
Most of them, but some of them don't.
I had a German knitting pattern that I had to have reworked and translated because there was just no, it just wasn't making sense. And then I finally figured it out. And they have different terms for the cables, like the
Oh,
cable three back. And I'm like, I was so sick of reworking this collar because it was a top down with cables on the back. And finally, the pattern actually updated with an English version of it.
oh,
So I was like, oh, thank you. So I was able to get it and they didn't double charge me. They just gave it to me, which was very nice.
yeah, that is nice.
Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness. And I do love cables, but I've not been someone that can read a chart because I'd never really done it. I've always done the traditional Irish cable where you just do everything in the line that's written.
Oh,
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I'll get there with the charting because I guess I like the concept. I just
J.C. Breyer has a very small book, Charts Made Simple, I think it's called.
oh, is it?
And I highly recommend it if you are, well, sounds
So
like
J.C. Breyer.
J.C. Breyer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will definitely. Yeah, thank you. Because
Yeah, that's noted.
I for a little while I made all Irish sweaters. This is like
Here it is.
25 years ago. I made like 3
Where's the
Irish
book?
sweaters. Oh,
Here's the
that's what
book.
it looks like. Oh, nice.
That's what it looks like.
Charts made
And
simple.
so it is. It's just like 5 by
Okay.
7 or something. It's not very
Oh,
much.
nice. Yeah, I'll pick that up.
And
Charts.
very, very basic, but explaining about how to do it, how to read charts and what they mean and which way things go and stuff.
Yeah. 'Cause I love chunky yarns and I love chunky knitting. And I love an Irish sweater, you know?
I still
As
haven't
you're not
decided
chunky.
what I'm going to do for my next sweater. I want to do something with cables, I think, but I
Yeah.
haven't quite figured it out. So what's somebody else working on?
Well, I am knitting this week.
Yay, Mary.
Washcloths. The knitting group here at my community retirement home approached us and asked us to knit the wash rags. And they're providing kits with this and soap and other personal items for girls who are trying to get off the streets.
Oh,
Oh,
that's lovely.
Lovely. Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm not being lazy this week.
Do a little charity knitting. That's wonderful.
that's really nice.
So I'm still working on my top. So let's see where I've got to. So I've attached the sleeves so you get a bit more of an idea. The
That.
straps. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So it's growing. Yeah.
Wow.
So it needs about another 10 rows, I think, on the bottom. And then I've got to do the tie to go down the back as well. So
Uh-huh. Wow, it looks like it's gonna be awesome.
plodding along. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
using a cotton yarn or?
Yes, it's cotton. Yes. Yeah.
And it's
Do you
crochet.
mind?
Is that right?
That's this is crochet. Yes. Yeah.
Like that.
And what yarn? What cotton? What brand is it? If you don't mind.
Yeah, it's okay. It's King Cole bamboo cotton, and it's 4-ply.
Have you
Bingo.
used it before in another project? Is it the first time you're using this cotton?
I made a market bag out of it. Do you know what a market bag is? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I made a mark. I bought it originally. I can't remember what I bought it for originally, but I had quite a bit left over. So I made a bag, and then I still had some more left over. So I thought I'd make a top, and I am going to use it all up this time. So yeah.
I love that rose color.
Mm-hmm.
Or it looks rose on here.
A little.
Is your top a rose, kind of a rose color?
Jenny.
Mine.
Yeah.
No, it's
No, the one you're making.
No, the one
the one I'm making, it's bright red.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, does it not look red? Oh no, it doesn't, does it? No, but it's actually a very bright red. Yes.
ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, very bright red.
Zoom is very deceiving.
It is, yeah. But also, I think the lights in here are a bit orangey. The lights in here, that's maybe why it looks rose rather than red. Yeah.
Thought about you, Jenny, the other day when I was having lunch. Guess what I was having?
I know.
Tuna.
it took me a minute. Were you by chance having tuna?
He nearly got kidnapped. So my sister, brother-in-law, and my niece were around yesterday, and they stayed the night yesterday. And my niece was eyeing up tuna on the landing, and she nearly took him home with her. But,
That's cute.
yeah.
It's so sweet.
So Sumner, we were talking of bacon just before the or rashers, as you call them, just before we went live. So in UK, there's two different sorts. There's what we call back bacon.
Yeah.
And what we call streaky bacon.
What do you
So
call it?
There's different. There's back bacon and
Yeah.
streaky bacon. So back
Oh, okay.
bacon has not got a lot of fat in it.
Right. That's
streaky
kind of like
bacon
rashers. Yeah.
has got lots of fat in it. So when you cook
Right.
it crisps up. It's really
Oh,
nice. So that's what I like, the streaky bacon, not the back bacon.
Yeah.
So I wonder, is back bacon like Canadian bacon for us? I don't know, or is it different?
No.
It's not.
Yeah, Canadian bacon is more like a ham.
Yeah.
But rashers, that back bacon, we don't, it's hard to get here. Like you,
Okay.
yeah, it's hard to get here. It's very meaty.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's really, really good. I like the striped bacon, the fatty bacon, the lardon. We were talking
Yeah.
about making creton, which is this fatty pork spread that French Canadians eat because
Yum.
it's so healthy. Yeah, and it's coming up to Easter, so I was thinking of making some.
How do you spell that?
Creton would be Creton, I think, creton. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. I think I've seen the word.
Yeah, I never went to school and like spelled French or anything. I just knew it because my Pepe spoke it, and he didn't speak any English, but he could make the creton amazing. It's so good. It's almost like you're making pate. Like you know, pate you cook for a really long time.
Yeah.
You cook this for a really, really long time. The only difference is you don't put it in the oven with a brick on it, which you would do with pate. You just let it sit, and we always spin it like so that it's smooth, and you can spread it on toast with mustard.
So you
Or
cook
make
it
it-
for like hours and hours and you eat it in 5 minutes? Is that?
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah, if it takes that long. And you know, you serve it with a little lettuce and tomato and mustard, and oh my goodness.
That's
all
a
the
problem
cloves
with
and
that
cinnamon.
stuff that takes so long, and you know, it just
Yeah,
it lasts very short times.
it goes down easy. Yeah. lot of cinnamon and clove and garlic, and it's so yummy.
Oh gosh, I love those spices.
Yeah, it makes a really nice breakfast hash.
Cindy,
This is the
what are you
first
working
day
on?
we have above 60 degrees.
Oh,
Mm.
but you're
Yeah.
expecting a major winter storm, aren't you?
Major storm and tornadoes coming, but it's not going to be that cold.
Oh,
It's like
No.
we're right on the front line. So by about
Hmm.
7 o'clock, we'll have tornado warnings.
Do you normally get tornadoes there?
We get tornadoes in Massachusetts. Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
it's not as
not
frequent.
real common. though.
Not as frequent. Every 3 or 4 years, you'll hear one that did some damage.
I'd rather have a Florida hurricane than a tornado.
Yeah,
Yeah, the destruction in the path of those tornadoes has been astounding.
yeah, just devastating.
They're expecting even more this week.
Mm.
Yeah, it has been very wet here. You certainly can understand that, Phrancko, but
Yes, certainly
we
it's
are
been
just
very wet here.
we have had a very, very wet spring, and any one big storm is really going to put us over the edge. So Cindy, are you working on anything fun?
I am working on we went up to Bellingham last week and kind of had a little vacation to just be away for a few days. And so I decided I was not going to work on level 2 while I was doing that. I was going to take vacation. So I've been working on the postscript cardigan, which is a new one that Jen Pericini released. And so here's what it looks like. It's in that
Ooh,
granite stitch.
Neat,
nice.
very nice.
And it has the tubular cast on
Yeah.
and all that. So it's kind of cool. I've finished the left front. So now I'm finishing up the right front. I'm getting to the skinny part. So,
Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
but yeah.
That
And
looks
of
like
course
a
it's
quick
purple because I
knit.
like the purple. Yeah. Well, and it's worsted, and so it's going to go pretty fast. But I've decided that however far I am, by Monday, I have to stop and go back to buttonholes for level 2. Buttonholes, I just got in the, I mean, it's like, I've probably got 15 books sitting around with the buttonholes, like putting all the stickies and taking all the notes, and then did different things, looking up stuff on the internet and from Cast On and all that. And it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many different buttons. I thought there was just like, okay, a little vertical, a little horizontal, a little eyelet. Hey, no, there's not. There's humongous differences in them, and a whole bunch of ones depending on what stitch pattern and how big and kind of all that sort of stuff. So it's interesting, but there's a lot more than what I thought it was going to be.
I think that was my least favorite part of the program was.
I'm thinking that might be either that or the Argyle sock. But this will be these buttonhole ones will be the last of the swatches for level 2 for me. And I've got all the writing done and all the questions answered except for about the buttonholes and the whatever question relates to the project. So it's moving along.
That's great, Cindy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Big deal.
So one of these days I'll get to send it in. I'm excited about the next level knitting conference though, that's coming up in just a few weeks.
Thank you for writing about that in the forum.
Well, we talked about it, and then when I was kind of going to look around, it's like, okay, if people don't necessarily know the site, they won't know where to go to look for it. So I
Right.
just put the link in there. But
And that
yeah, I mean, it was like,
reminded me to put the link in the meeting notes too. So
because I mean, there's like 25 classes, I think, that they have, and you can attend over all the days and then look at it for 6 months after. And it was like $125 or something. It's like, it's not very much for as much as you get.
yes.
And they really did have fantastic teachers and neat classes. So
Yes, I think TKGA provides the most value of anything on the web in knitting. You get so much for your $35 a year. You get 4 new magazines and access to many years of previous issues. You get access to courses that you can sign up for. I mean, they come.
well, the monthly newsletter too, they have that has a bunch of stuff in it also.
And what?
The monthly newsletter, the
Yes.
new one just came out.
Yes.
So they've got stuff too. And they've got a whole bunch of the mini classes that are really quite interesting.
Yeah.
And
How
those
much
are
do
only
they
like
cost?
$35 a piece.
Are they? Someone might think, how much is the each level of the master hand knitting program?
Oh, for the master hand knitter, I don't know about level 3. It might be more, but I think it's the same. But level 1 and level 2 are $150 each. And that includes that they do the postage, shipping it from person to person. And it includes one full submission that they pay the postage, sending stuff back to you the first time, and then the time when you submit and stuff.
And a lot of personal attention once
It's a huge amount. And even as you're working through it, if you have questions or concerns, there's people that answer. If you're on level 1, usually it's Leslie, but there's also the encouragement committee. Those ladies and men are great for kind of directing. It's like, well, you might want to check cast on this, or have you thought of another word you might look this up under? Because I know there was one time when I was having trouble, and I've looked under these terms and I can't find it. I don't know what to do. And they're like, oh, well, think of some other terms that might be related to da 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 da. And it's like, oh, okay. And so then I looked, and then of course I found it, and it was really great.
Oh, okay.
And then when you're on level 2 and 3, you have a co-chair that if you have specific questions about your stuff, you just email them and they respond back really quickly. I had a question about yarn that I was going to order for the vest for the project, and it looked okay online. And I knew that kind of a yarn was okay, but it's like, is this color for sure going to be okay? I wanted somebody to back it up, because it's like, okay, before I send off to get this, I can't see it in person. Is it okay? And they were great and just said, yes, that's okay. So then I have that one's for sure good. So yeah, but very, very, very helpful and very responsive. And the letters that you get detailing the things that are really great about your knitting, the things where you need to improve, suggestions, and anything that you have to resubmit is very, very detailed, specific exactly to yours of what you need to do.
That's right.
Andy, what are the
Yes,
projects?
Mary.
What are the projects for level 2?
For level 2, it is a wristlet, which was actually designed by Suzanne Fair Isle design. That's really very cool. An Argyle sock, which I keep hoping that Sumner will do, but I don't think he will. I think I'll have to do it. You have to do it in the traditional style and leave the leg and part of it not sewn together. So that part's flat. And then the third one is you have to do a vest.
Okay.
And you have to do the vest from a pattern now, from a published pattern. I chose one from Cast On that Arinda Holiday designed. Mm-hmm.
Good.
So those are the 3 that you have to do for level 2.
So where do you find the information on the encouragement committee? Just on the website, or?
On Ravelry, they have stuff like new members coming here and blah blah blah, and they have a thing of encouragement committee, and they've kind of like advertised it a couple times for people. You know, if you want help, if you want to contact the encouragement committee, and if you ask a question a lot of times in something in Ravelry, one of the co-chairs or reviewers will answer and give the official answer, but a lot of times someone from the encouragement committee will say, if you'd like encouragement and da 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 da, and they won't give you the answers to anything at all, but they really are very sweet. Because I mean, there was one where it's kind of like, okay, I'm pulling up my hair, I'm ready to quit, I don't think I'm good enough, and it's kind of like, okay, have you done this, you know, really trying, is it your best work? Go ahead and send it off. And so they really are encouraging kind of cheerleading.
Yeah, I should use Ravelry more.
Oh,
But
Ravelry
then
is a great resource for.
it really is. And they have in there too, I don't know if you've seen, but I believe it's called Tech Talk. And
Seen
they
it,
have
like, I
level
passed
one,
by.
level two, level three. And I went back before I did level one, and I think I read the Tech Talks for probably like 6 or 7 years, because it's all the questions that people have asked as they worked through that level. And then
Okay.
Where is this? This is on
it's
Ravelry?
it's on the TKGA Ravelry group, and
Oh,
I believe it's called Tech Talk. And they start a
Oh.
new thread every year, but you can go back in the archives and see all the different years. But it's level one, level two, and level three. L1, L2, L3. And so when I hit some things in level one that I think would have maybe confused me more, it was like, oh no, I read about that. Leslie Gonzalez answered, this is what they mean, or whatever. And so it helped.
Nice. Well, thank
And
you.
if you, as you're working, if you have a question, you post it there, and then one of the reviewers or I think it's actually the co-chairs or the chair of the committee, Leslie, will give you the answer.
Neat. That's great. Yeah, I'll look that up.
The feature I like best on Ravelry is their search boxes. If you go to a discussion thread, or you narrow it down to a discussion thread. If you're looking for Argyle, you just type
Oh
that
yeah, you
word.
can do that. Yeah.
And so you don't necessarily have to ask a question. You might be able to find it if you can magically put the right word in that
Yes,
search
you can.
box.
Yeah.
But you'll probably just go down a rabbit hole and read all this other stuff that you really thought and didn't know you needed to know.
Well, there's always gobs that you actually need to know that you didn't realize you needed to know.
Right.
With buttonholes being a case in point.
yes, really.
You know, they have the fish lips kiss heel in socks. Did you know they have a tulips? And it's like two lips, but they spell it a lot of times TULIP, buttonhole.
Oh, right. No, I hadn't heard that one.
That's right.
Oh, so are they overlapping?
No, but they kind of like pooch out a little bit. It
Oh.
looks like
top,
little
Yeah,
poochy
it's
lips.
like a chain across the top and the bottom.
and the bottom, the way it looks, yeah,
And it looks like two lips,
two lips.
a closed mouth.
Oh, so that'd be good for like a bigger button.
Well, so it depends how the size, of course, depends on how many stitches you work it over. If you just work it over 2 or 3, it's still going to be a
It's to
fairly
be
small
tiny,
button. Mhm,
just poochy. Oh, neat.
mhm. But it's just that shape. So anyway, that was interesting.
Kathy, are you doing the designer program?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm on the second one. I haven't actually, well, I have started it, but I haven't looked at it since Christmas. But now that was one of my goals for April, is to start looking at that. And I could say April Fools.
Well, you've been doing so much with KnitWiz and work and
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Hundred Yards.
stuff to get done for Serena. We're starting another KAL for summer tops, and so yeah, Serena's in charge. So after I get that done, which will be in a week or so, a week or two, then I'll start working on it.
It's so funny, just in anticipation of a new project, I get so excited. The pleasure leads up to it, and then it carries on until you get about a third through it and you're like, oh, okay. You kind of have to force yourself to finish.
That's
Yeah.
right. Then you're thinking about your next project and you want to move on.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, it's kind of like the time you get to the second sleeve. It's like, okay, I'm just ready to be done with this.
Yeah.
yeah.
It takes a lot of discipline to knit, to make yourself finish and follow through and pay
Did I
attention.
tell you guys this? This is one of them. Well, I'm gonna redo the rows a little bit. Let's see. My little swatches. Here we go.
Pretty.
Hold it up higher. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
very
that's
pretty.
nice. That's kind of Celtic, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a rose, but
yeah.
kind of Celtic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The middle part
Yeah.
I'm gonna change a little bit because I was gonna do like an all over thing, but now I'm just gonna do one band across this, going like that across the sleeve. So, you know, summer tops, you want them quick to knit.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Now, is that a mosaic design? Is that what that's
Yeah.
called? Okay.
yeah, it's pretty simple, really. So
Because I've never done mosaic knitting at all.
it's
But
easy.
it looks really cool. It's easier than Pharaoh.
But same
yeah.
principles apply, you know, keep your stitches far apart so your floats
Never
don't.
cross the stream. It's like in Ghostbusters, it's like, don't cross the stream. You have to keep one on one side and one on the other.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm working on, but I can't wait to get started on the design module. It's all, a lot of it's math in the second one, so yay.
Oh, that would be hard for me, I think.
I think it'll be fun. Yeah. And I hope I learned something. And then we're doing, you know, more designs and things, and you're not required to knit up your designs, but I can't help it. I have to do that. I have to do that part.
Well, someone's like, how would you really know what they're like? At least you got to do swatching and stuff like that a bunch to see how it's going to turn out.
Yeah. Swatching, you do the design swatches, but it's not the same as knitting it,
Mhm.
especially for the finishing details.
That's taught by Donna Eston, is that right?
Mhm.
I just noticed on Facebook today, she posted the cover of a Vogue knitting magazine and her design is on the cover.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
That's a milestone. That's excellent.
That is really awesome. I'll
Yeah.
show you what she posted.
Good for her. She must be excited. Oops.
Oh, that's
isn't that
beautiful.
neat?
Oh, very
Mhm.
pretty. Nice.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
Lord.
very elegant.
Is that a jacket or is it like a jumper? I can't see whether there's any buttons down the front.
Yeah, no buttons.
I
No
think
buttons.
it's a jumper.
Like a jumper, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
nice
something.
design.
The cover of Vogue knitting. Wow.
Yeah.
So really,
That's big time.
That's big time. I bet she's been working towards that for a long time. How exciting. I'll have to
yeah,
post
really.
and congratulate her. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's great.
Is Ron doing the designer one as well?
He was, but I don't know if he's continued with it.
Oh, okay.
It's gotten really busy, I think, lately.
Yeah.
With his store.
I've gotten busy at work. I'm like, wait a minute, don't they know that I'm here to knit?
Well, it was last week that you talked about what you did and how important it was. So I think more people are needing intervention now that you explained it.
Yeah, well, it's mostly just calming people down and, you know, walking them through some pretty simple stuff that just gets people frustrated because it's technology, right?
Yeah.
It's not reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
It's just technology. So yeah, no, I've been really busy. I haven't really been able to knit. I'm like, oh, how dare they? But, you know, and then I pick up yoga and I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm like, oh, I gotta go to bed.
Do you have to drink like a Gatorade after yoga?
Yeah, and you really should bring something in with you too, because it's so hot that you can get dehydrated really quickly.
Did you do it again?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm up to like 8 classes already.
I am horrified. I mean,
You are just a glutton for punishment.
Well, and they're 90-minute classes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're an hour and a half classes
Oh my
I think like 5 or 6 minutes in, I'd faint and have to leave.
with 26 postures. Well, there's this just an absolute amazing woman. She started at 72
Mm,
Blimey.
and she's 86 years old
Mhm.
doing this hot yoga.
mm.
And you know, I'm trying to be nice. But I want to push her over, right? She's making me look bad. I'm like, wow, like she's just so impressive, right? I mean, it makes you want to do yoga, you know, because she just looks so good, you know, and she looks like she's in her 70s.
Mm.
But there you go. So, well, looks like I'm doing hot yoga, I guess. I don't get shown up by an 86-year-old woman who's making me look foolish, right? Yeah. There you go. But and nicely, it's funny, like the class is about half men, which is
That's good.
unusual for yoga.
men.
That is.
Yeah, that's unusual for yoga. So
It
I
is.
think because they're hard, it's you really get your pulse going. Like my Apple Watch, my pulse is at like 122, 124 beats a minute doing yoga. Because they're compression poses and stretching poses. So you're really exerting yourself.
Hmm.
But like just 2 days ago, there were 6 men in the yoga class.
Mm, that's good.
Yeah. So there you go. Whatever. I mean, so there went my knitting in the morning because I'm getting up at 5 o'clock, feeding, walking the dog, and getting out to yoga.
Every day?
I did 3 days in a row last week, and that was a bit much.
That sounds like a lot.
I think I need to. So I'm gonna do it Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday this week, and see how that goes. Yeah. But the endorphins, like you really feel great. I'm like, wow. Because my big thing with COVID is now that I work at home, I don't get up. I'm just
Mm.
sitting all day. Like when I was at the call center, you would get up and walk around and you'd see your friends and you'd go to the water cooler, you go make copies, you do the mailroom, you walk into lunch, you're walking outside and around the building. I'm just in the, you know, the spare bedroom, you know, so I just need to move. So yeah, it's been good, but my knitting has suffered. But anyway, definitely.
But it seems like your
Cindy,
heart and your posture are probably better.
yeah, and I'm motivated to get this level 1 done where my report for the blocking report is just needs to be tightened up a little bit and then get into making my swatches for level 1. So there you go.
Good.
Hence motivation committee questions.
Yes, I will write myself a note so I remember, and I will send you a note to the encouragement committee.
Yes, thank you.
So you
Yeah.
could just turn the heating up at home and do your yoga while you're on the phone.
Well, 105. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to get it up that high. Oof. I'd kill all my orchids.
Ronna, what are you working on?
Well, I kind of did a little bit of a turn. First of all, I'm working on taxes. To me, that's
Yeah.
anxiety.
Yes.
And so to curb the anxiety, when I've had about enough, doing neurographic art.
Oh, interesting.
And what that is mindful and relaxation and intuitive.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of a easy, relaxing type of art where you have
Mhm. Mhm.
draw some squiggly lines or circles or whatever,
Hmm.
and then you make sure there are no sharp points whatsoever. You round everything where there's an intersection.
Hmm.
And then you go from there and you can use watercolor, some Zentangling in it.
Yeah, Zentangle. I was going to ask if you'd ever done Zentangles. I have a
Yeah,
friend that actually teaches that, and it's so interesting how from using very similar shapes, it always comes out so different, and
yeah. I've been
it
doing,
is really relaxing.
yeah, I've been doing that for a while, and I'm a A-type personality with strict detail. So I spend probably a lot more time than anybody than you would say. For example, I'm just so detail oriented, and I'm pretty much that way with everything. And so that I create a problem for myself sometimes, but I do. So, and I've even been, I have an old pair of jeans that is really comfortable because they're too big.
Mhm.
And I've been doing it on them while
Oh,
I'm
how fun!
wearing them. So anyway, so knitting has been put by the side a little bit for right now. And
So
as soon as
what
I
is
get over,
what is Zentangle? Is that what you call it?
yeah, Zentangle
Mhm.
is artful, meditative, grateful type of drawing.
Huh.
Aren't you glad you?
Yes, I'd like to find out about it.
It's
So do I.
looking at it, it kind of looks like doodling. My mother would always draw kind of repetitive shapes like that from when I was a kid, and yet that's not what it's not doodling, but it has a similar thing like that. You can look up Zentangle, Zentangle. It's all one word, on
Okay.
Amazon. You can get a little beginner kit if you want, or you can just look it up online and see kind of instructions in how to do it.
Go to
And to,
YouTube and type in Zentangle,
yes,
and
they have,
you'll see,
they'll show how to do it.
yeah, and you'll see good, bad, and indifferent. Although there is no bad and there are quote unquote no mistakes.
I like
Does
that.
it originate from a particular country?
I'm trying to remember who are there's two people I thought that started it. Ronna, do you know who it is? I don't remember.
Yeah, Mary, and I'm trying to think of his last name now.
I can't think of the
Mary
name.
Cole, for some really nice, good lessons and so forth on YouTube.
Mhm.
Just type in Zentangle and you'll see a variety of things. Also, if you type in neurographic art, you'll see a different type. And that's what I've been doing a little bit of lately, and including Zentangle.
How do you spell that? Neuro?
Neurographik. Neuro, Neuro. Neurographic, Graphic Art.
Thank you.
I just looked it up. That's how I knew how to spell it. That looks
We
very,
talk about the most interesting thing. So now we've done
that's right.
neurographics, Zentangles. We did some
Hot yoga.
TKGA levels, hot yoga, yeah.
Coton.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
I still can't figure out how to spell that to look that one up.
Frank, did you say you had a new
Sounded good.
project going?
A new,
Since you're, oh, I thought maybe you designed a new project or were working on one.
I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna do. And then I
Ah.
went back to finish this hoodie instead.
I see.
Last week I was working on a swatch, and I was going to start experimenting with some cable designs. That was my
Ah.
plan. And then I didn't follow that plan. I went back to work on this instead. So I'm still thinking I'm going to do something with cables, and I'm just not sure what it is yet. Well, it's about time. Who has something else they'd like to say or show before we say goodbye?
Cindy, look in the chat.
Oh, the chat.
Yes.
Sumner said, I think.
Oh,
it's
thank
spelled
you. Okay.
Creton.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, easy to make and just delicious.
It sounds good.
Well, we've really covered a lot of different subjects today.
We did.
I came in hungry, sorry.
So next week, Sumner, I'm going to send you the bill for my diet course.
Yeah, but Jenny, you know, you can send it. That doesn't mean he'll pay it.
Yeah,
Well, when we were talking about exercising, I thought I should mention I played pickleball again yesterday.
Oh, yay.
Good for
And I
you.
just love it. It is so much fun. And people of all ages are playing it, including people my age and older. And it's just a really nice game. And I'm so excited that I found something that I find fun that is also exercising.
Mhm.
I've needed to get exercising and get stronger again, like before, like I was before the pandemic, and I sat down for a couple of years.
Yeah.
yeah,
It is the rage.
Yes,
yeah. I got some yoga shorts, and in the store, the sporting goods store, they have like a whole pickleball area now.
it's amazing.
Everything
What
everywhere I turn
is
is
pickleball apparel? What are you supposed to wear when you play pickleball?
Well, just it's like exercise shorts and gym clothes and stuff, but they're selling the paddles, the balls,
Oh,
the,
okay.
the equipment to play it.
Okay.
Yes.
Same like
Special
tennis.
paddles, it's special
Okay.
balls. The balls are kind of like wiffle balls, if you know what that is.
Yeah, I do.
And so it's a slower game than tennis, and it's on a smaller court, so you're not running as much. So it's much kinder to those of us who are a little older, a little more.
And when the ball hits you, it doesn't hurt as much.
No, it does not hurt.
Good point.
That's fun. Yeah, no knitting injuries either.
No.
No. Well, with that, I think it's time for us to close. And it's been another wonderful hour with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Frank. Bye-bye,
See
everybody.
you next
Bye.
week.
Everybody. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Mary.